Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. In today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at some of the new things in Pokemon Go, including the Windy Weather event. So, as per the new norm in Pokemon Go, there is another event going on, which is amazing. So we're going to dive right into it from the official Pokemon Go website. So, Trainers, it has settled on our legendary week of raid battles, and the ancient legendary Pokemon Rayquaza has proven victorious. So from March 5th to the 16th, so 11 days, not just 1 week, so that's cool. Pokemon that prefer windy weather will hatch more often from eggs. Now these are eggs obtained just from March 5th to March 16th. Any pre-existing eggs you had are not affected by this. Now, here's the surprises that came with this. Not only will you see weather-enhanced Pokemon from the eggs, you'll also see raid battles at gyms near you will be favoring appearances by Pokemon that prefer windy weather. Plus, enjoy double XP until March 16th. As special thanks for all of your enthusiasm and hard work. Also, the special boxes are officially until March 11th, and although Kyogre and Groudon have left for now, you can continue to challenge Rayquaza in raid battles until March 16th. Get the most out of hatching, catching, and battling during this limited time. Stay safe and happy exploring. So that's very cool. We kind of already knew Rayquaza was only going to be around until March 16th. However, with this kind of how it's been going, we might be seeing the drop of a new legendary pretty soon, because that's just kind of how it's been. It's how it's been working. 1 week prior to the current legendary going away, we get new legendaries. So, I'm very excited as to what the new legendary might be, especially since it is a windy weather update. It could be another dragon-type Pokemon. It could be Latios or Latias, which would be very cool, and they might handle it very much like they did the dogs and have kind of a rotating thing where half the world gets Latios and the other half gets Latias, and then after a month they switch places. Now, beyond this, we're going to go ahead and dive into some of the GoHub articles that have been released along with this. So, with the eggs, we have a very cool little pictographic picture thingamajigger over here somewhere. Over here. Or maybe it's over here. I'm not sure how the camera is actually located right now. So, from 2K Eggs, you can see Abra, Slowpoke, Execute, Tailo, Spoink, and Swablu. Swablu, of course, can be a shiny Pokemon. Also, remember, these are not the only Pokemon you can get from eggs during this time, but the chances are increased. Now, from 5K Eggs, we have Scyther, Girafarig, which is a rare Pokemon, usually only occurring in nests, Gligar, which gets a Gen 4 evolution, Mantine, Smoochum, Wingull, Baltoy, and Wynot. Wynot being one of the baby Pokemon from Gen 3, and you can only get it from eggs. And then from 10K Eggs, we have Aerodactyl, which we have more news coming up about that. Dratini, which now has the possibility of being a shiny. Skarmory, which is sadly included in there. Routes, which is very cool because Gardevoir is a great dragon counter, and Gallade is a Gen 4 gender-exclusive Pokemon to male Routes family. Chameko, which gives you boosted Stardust. Bagon, which is a very cool Pokemon, and Beldum, another very cool Pokemon. Both of those need a ton of candy to evolve and are both great meta Pokemon, being Salamence and Metagross. Salamence actually being right on par with Dragonite, maybe just a little less because it doesn't get Outrage and only is good if it has Draco Meteor. And then Metagross, of course, being the best Steel-type Pokemon currently available in the game. And then, beyond this, we will also go ahead and look at the raid bosses. So there are new raid bosses, or should I say, rather, some raid bosses have come back into the game, and some have been introduced for the first time. So in Tier 2 raids, we have Slowbro, which is not important. Maybe not important, but not very exciting. Perfect CP on that is going to be 1418 or weather boosted 1773. Executor, which is a great grass type Pokemon and a decent psychic type Pokemon. perfect being 1666 not weather boosted, and 2083 weather boosted. Tier 3 raid bosses, also, another pictographic will be over here, or maybe over there. Aerodactyl, which is kind of cool. Alakazam, which is a great Psychic-type Pokemon. Claydol, very cool. New one, Starmie. I like Starmie personally, but I don't like it as a raid boss. And Scyther is still around. All the perfects are going to be somewhere on the picture right there. And then Tier 4 reintroduces Charizard back into the game. Charizard being a kind of rare Pokemon, or kind of a hard to get Pokemon, because unless you're in a very dry, humid kind of fire spawn area, you don't really see Charmanders that often. Still don't really see Charmanders that often. I see more Cyndaquils than I do Charmanders, and I live in Florida where we get 0 fire-type Pokemon spawn, except during sunny weather, and those are pretty much exclusively Growlithe and Vulpix. Am I triggered by that? Just a little bit. And then, finally, just released by the Go Hub earlier today, is actually... what update is this now? 0.93.3. So there is a new update rolling out, 0.93.3, which introduces a bunch of code and kind of bug fixes and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this. So, in this update, massive, just kind of dedicating to bug fixes, none really like pointing out there like right there for us to see, just kind of bug fixes in general and code reworking. So, over 21,000 lines of code were removed, over 44,000 lines have been added, over 600 have been modified, and so in total, over 65,000 lines of code have been somehow messed with, which is huge and shows us that they're going to be working on something big coming soon. However, there is no mention of quests since they've taken them out in the last little mini update. So, they're working on something secret in the background. We don't know what it is yet. It's probably working with quests, and I'm still very curious as to when they're going to drop the first big quarterly update. This is probably what they're working on in secret. Very excited by the prospects of this. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see something big, but they're laying the groundwork. The foundation is being set up for something big coming to Pokemon Go. Now, also, tons of Pokemon Go Plus code changes have been added, and then also new move sound was discovered by the Pokemon Go Hub for Weather Ball, which is the exclusive move of Cast Form from the Gen 3 games. And beyond that, that's pretty much it. Very excited, however, for this event, because I like having these eggs, and from the last episode, I have actually been able to acquire 5 10k eggs. These were prior to the event, unfortunately, so there's 5 10k eggs that I have, and I have some new eggs kind of working, some 2ks and some 5ks, which I'm very excited for personally, and then nothing new really beyond that, but that is the episode right there. Very excited about the new eggs and the new raid bosses that are going to be coming to Pokemon Go, and the prospect of what's coming up for March, and of course Bulbasaur is coming for Community Day for March 25th, so remember to get all your raspberries lined up, Great Balls, Ultra Balls. You don't really need Pineapps because you don't really need Bulbasaur candy like you need Dratini candy, but you do need raspberries because Bulbasaurs are from the starting line of Pokemon and are typically hard to catch. So, get your raspberries, get your Great Balls, get your Ultra Balls, get ready for the event, go out raiding, get your Rayquaza, get your anything else that you need. Me personally, I'm looking forward to some Alakazam maybe. I need some Alakazam candies because I do have my 100% Alakazam that I have. Executor is always cool. Charizard. I would love a good Charizard that I have. Well, I don't have a good Charizard, so I need a good Charizard. And yeah, that's the end of the episode right there. If you did like it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe. And as always, God bless, and see you for another episode of Pokemon Go.